All right, we got Mike, better known as Lonestar.
I've done about 2012 or something.
But how many miles a day do you try to get? 10? Maybe?
Like 20.
That's pretty good.
20 miles. Now, you've been out here for how long?
4.5 months.
4.5 months, and you started off in Maine.
Yeah.
And where are you right now?
Well, I've got like 180 miles left. I'll be done within a week.
And where are you headed to?
Oh, that's gonna feel good.
Where's your destination?
Georgia.
Georgia. So you doing this by yourself?
Yes.
Man, I bet your brain just think about so many things, don't
have
you?
a lot of time to yourself.
Oh,
sure.
man, man.
Now, what are you gonna do after?
Well, I have a job waiting for me. They gave me the time off for it. So.
Oh, really? Well, hey.
I gotta ask, what do you do?
I work for an oil company back in Texas.
Okay.
Cool, cool. All right, now, go ahead and tell me.
All right, so when I started in Maine, I started mid-May, so there was still snow and ice all through that whole area. Most people don't start until at least after May sometime, so I didn't see a single human being for the first 10 days I was on the trail. Nobody headed north, nobody headed south, nobody at all. And so, I mean, I was freezing cold, soaking wet. It was raining the whole time as well. And the 100-mile wilderness is literally that, 100 miles of nothing. And so it took me 10 days to get through, which is why I didn't see anybody until Monson.
Yeah.
Man. And the food deal.
Yeah, I ran out of food 4 days before Monson. I had one little thing of soup, tomato soup left, and that was it. So I was trying to save it. But after the first 48 hours, that night, I was in my sleeping bag, you know, it's snow everywhere, freezing cold, and it actually got to the point where I started hallucinating. Like, I'm sure I was hypothermic.
Yeah.
And I had like an entire conversation with some guy that wasn't even there.
Man.
I remember putting him in charge of watching the fire that night so that I could go to sleep, and in the morning the fire would be there and I'd be warm.
Did he keep it going?
Of course not. I woke, and that's when I realized what a bad situation I was in.
So, and then you're there, really. There's nobody to call. You're there by yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet that's a weird feeling.
Well, that morning is when I had that tomato soup, because I was
You
like,
thought this might be it.
Yeah, I had to eat it.
Now, was you thinking about trying to find squirrels, any kind of food, or?
I considered it, because there's trout in some of the streams out there. I was gonna do some spear fishing, but by the time that I ran out of food, I was up in the mountains, so the fish don't go way up there.
Man,
I was pretty much screwed at that point.
Well, you know what though, you've bit the bullet, and you're only 100.
Still here, right?
What town did you get to?
Monson.
Okay, how many days did it take you to recuperate?
I took 1 day off in Monson and kept on going.
Well, let's see now. Now let me put it on record. Okay, you lost 35 pounds in 2 weeks. The first 2 weeks.
Yep.
From 150 down to 115.
Yeah,
so then you kind of gained back up about 120, 25, around
I
30.
got back to 135 and then started losing weight again. But I'm almost done. So
Oh yeah. All right, man. Well, listen. Signing off right here, Lonestar Mike, way up here on the Appalachian Trail. All right. Have a good one.
I got it.